This will probably be the last video for the actual gameplay. The ending will be its own video. I hope I can fit this entire fight into one video, sorry. Other than just the usual stuff that I cast as just my standard buffs, I want to specifically cast Shadow Shield from Skin of Shadow. There's some other things I could do to prepare for this fight, but it's not that hard. So we just head up through the portal. Here we are in our random rocky arena with the Faceless Man. The reason I cast Shadow Shield is it gives me immunity to negative energy damage. That'll be important later in the fight. But let's just open up with some Greater Missile Storm. As the fight progresses, he starts to summon things, and when he does, I'm going to have to start using different spells, but for now I'm just going to concentrate on pummeling him with Greater Missile Storms as fast as possible. Alright, and so he summons this thing called Remorseless Instinct. These side things that he summons are undead, so I'm going to hit them with Sunburst. Just as a point of interest, I experimented a little bit with Sunbeam, and it's nowhere near as good. Oh, I should actually be using Empowered Sunbursts rather than... well, I do want to damage the Faceless Man, who is blind. You know, it's almost like it's an oversight in the game that enemies that are blinded are not very intelligent, and that they have a tendency to just wander around aimlessly. Normally, being blind is the same as the target being invisible. You don't have concealment per se, but it's the same basic idea. Oh, I don't need to use a spell that big. And Infinite Despair is our next lucky winner of the sun. He great cleaved. And we chow down on that guy. And continue to whittle down our faceless friend here. It's actually sort of important that I'm using Eternal Rest on these, rather because otherwise he uses up spirit energy. It was down to... I went into the fight at 70, it was down to 43 at one point, so... And Unrelenting Fury. These are like his problems or something. We're just, you know, psychology through massive attack spells. And I don't know if this is actually a bug, but Eternal Rest does not always count towards your daily usage. And maybe it's a specific aspect of this fight. But it hasn't been... It's not always... You don't always have to wait 5 minutes between uses. Alright, now that I'm at full spirit energy, I'll just kill the next thing that he summons. Which is... Insatiable Hunger. now that we're out of Druid or Spirit Shaman castings of Sunburst, I'm going to have to fall back on some other stuff. But, Arc of Lightning is a better spell than I expected, actually. And for this insatiable hunger here, since he's near death and you're going to have to kill him with something, I may as well kill him with good old-fashioned, what's it called? Eternal Rest. And that's the fight. And you get 5,000 XP. And you can either use the mask to restore him or just finish him off. Finishing him off will not end your curse, but, you know, hey. We're gonna save him because we're good. And Red Woman and Boy show up, and they restore the Faceless Man, and you get another 5,000 XP. However, the game is over, so unless you're exporting your character for some godforsaken reason, it really doesn't matter. I do like that they give you this opportunity to export your character, but we're just going to head right through the portal to end the game. And the game's not really over. There's one last decision you make.
The curse is finished. The betrayer's suffering has come to an end. You have restored his soul, done what gods thought beyond their power. Akachi has gone to his judgment, to the fate that should have been his had Merkel not intervened. Not to lie within the wall, but to find rest amongst the false souls of old. His torment is ended, and as for Merkel, the dark god's soul will fade and pass into oblivion as he deserves.
Okay. Then there are a variety of options. And, well, choose I'm glad I could play my part, but I'm so sorry so many had to die. I mean, it really doesn't matter.
None of my faithful can truly die within the bounds of my realm. As for those who served the crusade, they knew what they risked. The blame for their deaths is not yours. The chaos you sowed in my city will win you few friends amongst the gods. Deities of order will cast their eyes upon you as a symbol of all they oppose. For my part, I will pass no judgment upon you. I see in your crusade the hand of a dead god and the desperation of a forsaken soul trying to save the one she loved. And the good you have done redeems much. Above all else, your struggle has won you freedom, from the shard in your chest and from the ravening presence in your soul. How you spend your newfound coin and whom you spend it with, that is yours to decide.
Now that Akachi is at peace, I feel free of this obligation, this voice inside me driving me to complete the Founder's work. For the first time, my life feels like it's my own. It's not yet time to return to the Academy. I've grown far too fond of traveling with you, and we have countless journeys ahead of us.
We have done more than I dared hope. You have reversed the act of a god. The crusade, your crusade, is a great victory. It may seem a symbol, but symbols, like Akachi in the First Crusade, such symbols lend strength to others. It has given me strength. You have shown me beyond a shadow of doubt that this wall can be ended, removed from the plains, and I shall live to see it fall.
I was right to place my trust in you. By your will, my oath is fulfilled, and you are whole again. You have reminded me what it's like to be alive, to struggle, and feel the call of wanderlust. Where are we headed next, little one?
My realm lies at the center of all things. You cannot remain here, but infinite doors are open to you. Return to the Prime if you like, or set your eyes towards some other plane. Wherever you go, mortal, may your road be one of your own choosing.